Hello and good morning. You are tuning in to another episode of the Wunderkind Show. And I'm in a very good mood. Y'all know why I'm in a good mood. And I'm going to tell you once again, even though you know why I'm in a good mood. The Ravens won. Yes, we beat the Tampa Bay Bucks. We are 5-3, 400 and about 60 yards of net offense. Yeah. But I'm going to touch on everything of the game because there's some parts with this fan base that still irk me. And when I get irked, I speak on it. So I gotta go in on it. So this is how we're going to do. First we're going to run through all the stats, and then I'm going to break down how the game went, and then I'm going to break down how I feel about a certain part of this fan base, all right? So the Baltimore Ravens beat the Buccaneers 27-22 with Lamar Jackson completing 27 of 38 for 238 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, no turnovers. Gus Edwards, my God. I'm hoping that knee's okay. It looked like he hyperextended it. Hopefully he is fine. But Gus, you just listen. As soon as they implemented back Gus Edwards into this game, you saw the entire run game changed immediately. And I like our other backs. You know what I mean? Like Drake, Hill. I like them. Drake is a very good back. And Hill, he runs for being a change-up back, he runs hard. But Gus the Bus, there's a reason why he has a nickname. Let's see, Drake did great too. 7 carries for 62 yards. Lamar with 9 carries for 43 yards. And Dube, of course, 2 carries for 33 and a touchdown. I mean, our rushing average was like 7 or 8 yards a pop. Hey! That's crazy. Likely led or paced all tight ends and receivers with 77 yards on 6 receptions, 12.8 in average with a touchdown. Yeah. And that boy Demarcus Robinson. Listen. You know what? Let me just keep breaking it down because I'm going to really go in. The Bucks, Tom Brady went 26 of 44, 325 passing yards. I bet y'all think that that's great because he had 325 passing yards, right? 1 touchdown. He should have thrown 3 picks. I'll get to that later too. Leonard Fournette, 9 carries for 24 yards, 2.7 average, 1 touchdown. Mike Evans, of course, just doing what he does. 6 receptions, 123 yards receiving, 20.5 in average. And Godwin played solid, very solid too. 6 receptions, 75 yards, 12.5 a buck. Look, this game was a tale of 2 halves. That it just is what it is. 2 halves. When you look at the Bucks, we knew they had problems. And the first drive, they worked it as soon as we kicked it to them. And, because remember, we got gifted 3 points. We got gifted 3 points because we couldn't cash it in the red zone. And then the Bucks, just marched down and scored on us easily. It was their easiest touchdown drive this season. And I'll give the defense credit on this. We made adjustments. Did they still manage 22 points? Yes, but that's mostly because of a garbage time touchdown where we knew that they couldn't beat us. We were up by 12 points. The game was over with 45 seconds left. So no harm, no foul on that. My problem with the defense is you have to make plays. There wasn't 1 dropped interception. There wasn't 2 dropped interceptions. There were 3. And it wasn't even like I twisted my body around contortionist and flipped around and made an acrobatic play that the Ringling brothers would be proud of. No! Thrown right. The ball's right here. Beep, out. Oh, beep, out. Diving on it. Beep, out. And I was just like, bro. Brady should have thrown 3 interceptions yesterday. 3. His very first pass play should have been a pick. And it might have been a pick six if he would have picked it. If Marlon would have picked it, it would have been a pick six because there was no one over there. But we got the win. The defense did hold up. You know what I'm saying? To be fair, though, the offense of the Buccaneers have been struggling. This is Brady's most passing yards and overall his better game for the past 4 games. That's called keeping it in context, right? Even though our defense held, Brady wasn't playing great. He was not playing great. See, this is my problem with people. He was not playing great. He had one of his better games out of his past 4 games against us. That's a problem. Because it seems like these quarterbacks are having their better games against us. And that's a problem. But do I give credit to the defense? Yes. Because when they needed to tighten up they belts and say, nah, we can't give up no points right here, they didn't. I salute y'all. And they did it without their leader, Calais Campbell. They did it without Marcus Williams. They did it without a long spurt of Marlon Humphrey. And they still got the job done. So salute to the defense. Now to the offensive side of the ball. No Mark Andrews. No Bateman. Gus got hurt. And we still put up 450 yards of net. See, this is what we've been saying, clamoring for, and literally pounding the table, screaming at the top of our lungs for. When you look at this offense, I don't care who you have. Listen, I want the pieces around Lamar because I want to make it as easy as possible for him to replicate his greatness Sunday in and Sunday out. It's just that easy. It's just that easy. But I'm going to show y'all something. As soon as Lamar started to run, the offense opened up. That's the only way that this offense works. The first half, he was 19 of 30. Right? That's not bad. That's 64% passing, right? And the one pass he missed is because he was dipping, diving, ducking, and dodging just to get out of harm's way to make the pass. He wasn't missing receivers. He missed one, and that was to Prochet going across the middle. And I was listening. And I was online with Twitter, and people are, Lamar's not playing good. It's so funny because this offense only goes as he goes. All of these other quarterbacks have players that they can lean on. And thank God, DeMarcus Robinson stepped up. Hey, yo, shout out to DeMarcus, bro. Get another one. Straight up. He played his butt off. Listen, and DeMarcus Robinson. And let me say this, D-Rob. And he needs to be on the field more. There is no reason why we don't have 2 to 3 receivers on the field almost every single play. There's none. Spread them out. Oh, and let me get a hallelujah and some horns for Duve. Hey, yo. Hey. Bro, straight up. We've been screaming for this forever. Duvernay is a weapon. Get the ball to him in creative ways in space so he can make plays. Duvernay was non-existent on special teams. I don't know. Special teams have been looking off the past 2 weeks. Well, whatever. We'll leave that there, right? But Duve in the receiving game, in the running game, was absolutely dynamite. I think he had about 150, 160 total yards or something like that. He was killing. That's what he's capable of. Listen, we might not have Tyreek Hill, but at least use the players that we have, please. It's not that hard. It's not rocket science. You don't have to be the smartest person to do it. You don't even have to be a talented person to do it. Just do your job and let the best players eat. What's that old saying? Let the big dogs eat. And if we let them eat, we win. We win. Shout outs to Isaiah Likely because y'all heard me literally pounding the table for this dude. He gives a whole other element to the tight end position. Because, like, unlike Mark, who just goes up and makes catches because he's so big, so large, Likely is a yak guy. You get it the ball and let him just work. This is what the quick game should be looking like. Likely on the field. Mark on the field. Duve on the field. Bateman on the field. And when Bateman's not on the field, Demarcus Robinson is on the field. And if Duve is on the field, then one of the other receivers take over for his position. It is not okay to say, there was a play. Hey, yo, there was a play in the first half where literally they didn't even act like they were going to run. It was a straight spread play. Spread. 4 or 5 receivers out, and you got Patrick Ricard in the slot. Hey, yo, that's a no. That's a heck no. Oh, yo. No. Yo, like, that's not supposed to happen. If you're going out for a literal pass play that you're not throwing a screen on, what is he doing in there? What is he doing in there? He's not helping. He's not even blocking. Yo. So you're like, bro, no, that's bad. That's horrible play calling. That's horrible. As soon as they started spreading them out and letting Lamar go a little more up tempo, that's what he is. Have you ever noticed that when other quarterbacks are struggling, you know what the Andy Reids do, the McVays do, the Shanahans do? They say, hey, let's go a little up tempo. Let's get you into a rhythm. Oh my God. Oh, gee, Willikers, Batman, it works. Bars. Like straight up. And that's what they did. And it got him into a rhythm. It got him into a rhythm. Listen, no one's asking for us to pass the ball 100 times a game. No. We're asking for a healthy dose of running and a healthy dose of passing. You could do both. 60% passing with 40% run plays is beautiful. That's what we're asking for. And if the run is going better, like if we're just bludgeoning dudes and the run's working, then do 60-40 the other way. And play action. Right? If you're and that's our mindsets. Right? People's like, oh, yeah, but you just want to pass. No. That's not what we're asking. We're asking for a proper, meshable offense where the run game and then the pass game fuse and become one. Where pass plays can mimic and look like a run play, but then play action, put it in their gut, pull it out, and hit some plays downfield or some screens, everything. Get this offense moving. Lamar Jackson is not just a top 3 quarterback. He's a top 2 weapon. He's both. You have to take your head from between your legs and allow him to be what he is. He's not just a weapon. So saying, oh, we're just going to run. That's not him. Or we're just going to pass. That's not him. He's both. He's both. If a person, right, is like you have somebody that is uber strong, right? Then you would say I would do things that would, placate to his strengths, literally, figuratively, and literally speaking, right? But even someone that's fast, you change up the way that you would do run, like boxing, right? If you're a power puncher, right, you will usually go into a stance that allows you to get off power shots, like bombs. You feel me? If you're fast, then your pop shot, pop, get out of there, pop, get out of there, pop, get out of there, dip, dive, duck, and dodging. But if you could do both, you just don't fight one way and jab twice in a fight. That's not the way it works. This is our biggest problem. We know Lamar could pass his butt off. We've seen it multiple times. He literally had the most accurate 400-yard passing game in NFL history with 4 passing touchdowns from a come-from-behind victory. We know what he's capable of. What I'm saying, and what a lot of other Ravens are saying, is we don't want him to have to put up a Herculean effort every Sunday. That's ludicrous. And no, I'm not talking about the rapper. Like, no. And that's where we, miss each other on our points, because we don't want that. And listen, I'm not going to lie, there was a large part of the fan base yesterday already blaming him. Blaming him for the first. You saw the way that they were getting through the line. Hey, yo, at the end of the game, they were like, oh, the offensive line plays so good. I'm like, not in the first half, they didn't. Not in the first half, they didn't. Vita Vea was having his way with Tyler Lindenbaum. Please go look at the tape. Ronnie Stanley was getting beat like a drum. Y'all ever watched, what's it called? What's that, that one Disney movie, bro, with Maui, bro? What's it called? Moana. Y'all remember Moana? Do you remember the part in the movie where he had to fight the big shell dude like Tamatoa, and Tamatoa was just knocking him around, beating him up? Time to kick your honey, cause I'm so shining. That's what they were doing to our offensive line. Our offensive line came in looking big and taut like Maui with this hook. Yahoo! And then Tamatoa said, ha ha ha, no boy, take all these double card hands. Ha 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 ha. Like, yo, that's what happened, bro. And they were like, oh, Maui was like, yo, son. He was singing double, and he was like, that's what it looked like in the first half with our offensive line. And there were literal people that have followings that's part of the Raven flock blaming all of that on Lamar. I can't make this stuff up. I can't make this stuff up. We don't deserve him, but oh my God, I'm praying to God he stays. Like, I do not want to go back to non-exciting football. I just don't. You've opened the door to possibilities. There's no shutting it now. There's no shutting it now. Once you've opened Pandora's box, it has to stay open. Hence the analogy. Yo, but listen, great team win. We needed this. We got the job done. And on to another note, pay him. You saw at the end. Listen, people are literally championing like, pay him. What are you doing? The price is not going down. It's just going up. Everybody knows that it's going up. And you think he's going to take a discount? You're wrong. Because he's not going to. Because you could have already paid him and you didn't pay him. Like when Josh Allen got paid and he didn't get paid. And now you are all the way down these years for him to get paid. And you didn't even give him the weapons that he need when you could have before he got paid. And now it's time for him to get paid. That's just the way it goes. I'm sorry, but Shadi, stop being cheap. This ain't Dollar Tree. This ain't Dollar General. This ain't Family Dollar. Pay that man what he has earned. Listen, and that's another thing that gets me mad with people. You're acting like we're saying, we don't know. No. We are saying what he has earned. Earned. Do you really think in this QB market, he's only worth 120 guaranteed? Would you take that deal? If you've done what he has done in this league thus far without the weapons that these other teams have surrounded their teams with, and he is still excelled, would you take a family discount? No, you would not. He's earned it. He's made Baltimore lively. Not just off the field. On the field, people are excited to watch Jackson on the field and off the field. He's must-see TV. Even last year, I remember when he was playing, when we played the Kansas City Chiefs. And, he had a very abysmal first half and just turned it on in the second. And it was like fireworks. It was like 4th of July, like you're 5 years old, you're on your father's shoulder, your mother is sitting there smiling at you, and all these fireworks lighting up the sky, beautiful colors mending and exploding right before your very eyes. That's what he gave us. It's time we give him what he deserves, what he earned. That's not me being a Lamar fan. That's me being a rational Raven fan. That's what it is. We're not asking you to give him what we think other QBs are getting. No, we're asking what he's earned. If you're going to sit back and say, okay, what does he deserve? What has he earned? Can you really deny him? Even that, right? You're saying, oh, well, he runs a lot, so we don't know. Do you think he could do this for another 5 years? Then you give him the contract. Hey, yo, it's not that hard. Even if you said, hey, look, Lamar, let me tell you what we'll do. We're not going to give you an all-guaranteed contract. We'll give you the $250 guaranteed, but we'll do a $300 million contract so we can elongate it and play with the cap a little bit. You think he wouldn't take it? He already came on. He wasn't even offered what Russell Wilson was getting. Look how Russell Wilson's playing. You see why it's a problem? And look at how our offense is predicated solely on him. He's the 5th highest rusher in the league. He has the 3rd most touchdown passes in the league. That's not conjecture. That's fact. So he's a top 3 passer and a top 5 runner. Pay him. Yo, I want you to listen. If anybody thinks for 1 second and has one iota of common sense, they would understand. Think about that. Contextualize that. Compartmentalize that. And let your mind wonder. He is a top 3 passer, a top 5 runner. Things like that just don't happen. He already did it in 2019, and he's literally doing it right before our eyes again. He is going to end this season with 4,000 yards passing and well over 1,000 yards rushing. If God forbid, knock on wood, if there's no injury. Do you know that type of body of work? Do you know what it is to say you threw for 4,000 yards and you ran for another 1,000? While being one of the best touchdown throwers too, on top of it, it's not even like you're getting volume. Like there's been times where you see people throw 47, 48, 4,900 yards like that and only throw for 22, 23 touchdowns. Lamar's on pace to throw well over 35 touchdowns. Well over it. Respect his game. Respect his legacy. Respect his greatness. Because 8 is great. You can't spell great without 8. It just is what it is. Look, man, when he put up that sign, I was like, hallelujah. Let him know. The price ain't going down. But listen, Bashadi should have already been like, look, Lamar, we fumbled this. My bad, man. We know what you are. We were trying to hardball you. All right? You got it. This is what we want to do. This will allow us to still be able to have some flexibility. Here goes the $250 guaranteed. We're going to sign you a $300 million contract. At least $50 million to play around and, forward and everything. Give him a large signing bonus, and you could play with the cap. That easy. He's earned it. It's time for us to pay our star. And I don't want to hear anybody saying that he turned down money. $120 million guaranteed is not top 5 quarterback money. It's not even top 7 quarterback money. Just to let you guys know that. And that's what they're saying to him. He's not a top 5 QB. But with this body of work, what can you say? Top 3 in passing touchdowns, top 5 in rushing. He's 3rd behind Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes. It goes 19, 18, 17. And the next person below him doesn't even have 15. Or doesn't even have 14. Pay him. Yo, so look. That's another episode of the Wunderkind Show. I'm still, as much as I'm complaining, I'm still very excited and elated that we were able to eke out a win. Listen, I was singing hard during that game, bro. I was doing whatever we needed. I was screaming at my TV, whatever. But when we won, I was sitting there like, Jesus! Wins! W's! Thank you! Like straight up, that's how I was. So look, I love you guys. Like I always say, you could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me watching these videos, taking in this content, and I appreciate that. I love you guys. Hey, look. It's the end of the show. It's the end of the show. I know you want to be here with Nitro, but you got to go. So that's another episode of the Wunderkind Show. Please remember to like and subscribe and retweet. If you're following me on Twitter, please. TikTok. Twitch is coming soon. Thank you. I love you. And y'all know my slogan. Peace. And I am out of here. Yep.